Oh, yeah.
All right, so question number 11 says, what dimension type controls the model? So a driving dimension controls the model. If something was being controlled, then it would be driven, but a driving dimension controls the model. So I'm gonna click on driving, go to next, and there's that. All right, this one here is a little bit tricky. So number 12, we want to open up the copy sketch IPT. Close out of this one. I'm going to open copy sketch IPT. So it says share and extrude sketch 6 to match the image above. So let me just kind of rotate this around here like so. So I know it doesn't match. I know this view doesn't match that, but this is really what we need. So it says share and extrude sketch 6 to match the image above. So the first part, it's cut, there's like a curve that's cut into the material. And then these next two sections they're kind of, the top curve is added to the material. So sketch number 6, we want to look for sketch number 6. Boo, boo, boo. Let's find sketch number 6. Here we go. So I'm going to right click. We're going to share sketch. So this part, let's see, let me zoom in here. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to extrude this top half all the way through by adding a solid piece. So I'm going to go extrude, click this. Actually, I need to do both of these. No, just the top. Or we can do both. Yeah. Let's do that. And then I want it to go to this face. And then I'm going to hit OK. And then I want to extrude cut this piece. Actually, both of these. Yeah. And I want to extrude cut that to this face here. Click OK. So that's kind of what we see there. And then it says, what is the mass of the part? So I'm going to go up to File, Properties. I'm going to go to Physical. There might be another way to do that, but that's the way I did it. Update it. The mass of the part is 2.842. 2.842. And go to next. And we got that one. So let me get this and close this out. Save it, no. All right, so number 13 says open sketch constraints to IPT. Sketch constraints, number 2. It says constrain the circles to be concentric. So I'm going to go up to, first of all, I want to go to right click, edit sketch, just zoom out a little bit. So I want to constrain those two. I'm going to use the concentric constraint. So I'm just going to click on both circles and that makes them concentric. Then it says extrude to 3 inches. Let me finish my sketch first. I'm going to extrude this this donut looking piece to 3 inches. I don't think it matters how you extrude it. So as long as it's 3 inches, hit OK. Then it says add a 0.125 fillet to the round edges. So I'm going to go up to fillets and just make sure the radius is 0.125. I'm going to select, let me click the circles, get that one too, and this one. Just make sure you get all 4 of those circles. I'm going to hit apply. And then it says, what is the volume of the part? So I'm going to go to File, Properties, Physical tab, update it. And then the volume is 35.724. 35.724. hit the next. Yay. All right, so then the next one, close out of these. Open shell IPT, open shell IPT, which is this one. Let me get rid of the answer here. It says, create the model shown using the shell command. All right. So I'm going to go up to the shell. And it says, add a 0.15 fillet to the vertical corners of the box. Oh wait, first I need to, before I shell this thing, I got ahead of myself. So I need to add a fillet first. I'm going to add a 0.5 inch fillet. 0.5. Then I'm going to select my edges. This one, that one. Now I'm going to apply it. Okay, now add the shell. So we're going to add the shell. Set the shell wall thickness to 0.125. 0.125. I'm going to remove that top face is what it looks like. So I'm going to click on this top face here to get rid of it. I'm going to hit OK. And that says add a 0.125 inch chamfer to the top edge of the shell. So go up to chamfer. And that's going to be 0.125. I'm going to click on this inside edge right there and hit apply. And then it says, what is the mass of the part? So I'm going to file, iProperties, physical, update. The mass is 0.261. 0.261. Yay. When you see that green check, it makes you smile. Because you feel successful. But you're successful anyway. All right, so let me get rid of this. All right, so we're going to open up the context create IAM. Let me close this. I'm going to go to open, context create, hit open here. It says create a rod 0.25 inch diameter between the two inclined and between the two indicated surfaces. What? Between the two indicated surfaces. Okay. You gotta tell me twice. Anyway, a 0.25 inch diameter rod between those two surfaces. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to create and I'm gonna go okay here. I don't care what we name it. I'm gonna click on this face right here. This, then I'm gonna start a 2D sketch on this on this face here. I'm going to project this dot. I don't know. Let me just first try to draw a circle. All right, so I don't get that center dot. I don't really think it matters, but I'm going to project geometry. I'm going to project the circle. I'm going to create a circle now. I think I can get that green dot. So 0.25 inch diameter, 0.25, like so. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this thing. And I want to make sure that I get this that whole thing, the whole circle, nothing but the circle. And then I want to go to this surface here, bam, like so, and then hit OK. And then I'm going to return here, click return because we're done with it. And then it said, oh, what is the volume of the rod? I think, you know what? I didn't want to do that. Let me undo this. I'm going to go back a step. So I just want to find out the volume of the rod, not the whole thing. So I'm going to go to File, iProperties, Physical, Update, click on the rod. Oh, I already clicked on the rod. What is the volume of the rod? So the volume of the rod is 0.242. 0.242. Next. Yes. All right, so there we go. All right, so just make sure you see what they're asking you. Don't try to assume like I did and got ahead of myself and wasted a few seconds having to go back. Anyway, I'll close this. Yeah, I don't need to save that. All right, so number 16, we're gonna open up cycle gears. Open up the cycle gears. Where you at? Right there. Let me zoom out a little bit to get all my parts in the view. All right, so it says, assemble a shaft with a key at the location 2, and then the shaft to the gear. The back face of the gear and the shaft face number 1 should be in contact. The gear should have... okay, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this little tiny piece inside this little groove here. So we're gonna constrain it. So I'm gonna go to constrain, and let's see how we can do this. I'm gonna constrain these surfaces here. Let's go to a mate and flip this around. I'm gonna make this back surface here to this face of this here, hit apply, and then I probably should have got the underneath first. So I'm gonna go to underneath. I wanna mate this face there with this face under here. I'm just gonna hover my mouse over this edge here, and then look in my options. So I wanna click this number 4 face so that it clonks that on there. I'm gonna hit apply, and then I'm gonna make the side face. I'm gonna just hold my mouse over this edge and wait for the options to come up. If they do, we're wasting valuable time while we wait. And then I'm just gonna click on this face, yeah. Get that in, hit apply. All right, so there's step 1. And then what we wanna do is we wanna put this piece here right through here. So I'm gonna go to constrain. I'm gonna go to insert. I wanna insert this to this. That's gonna be there. Hit apply. Wait, I didn't hit apply. Make sure you hit apply. You're gonna waste some time like I just did. Insert this with that. Hit apply. All right, now look at the right side to make sure that's all the way in there. All right, so then it says, what is the z-axis of the center of gravity? So let me erase my answer here. I don't want to get, so the z-axis of the center of gravity. So I'm gonna go to File, I'm gonna go to Eye Properties, Physical, we're gonna go to Update. The z-axis of the center of gravity is 12.445. So 12.445, if I did that correctly. Go to Next. Yay! All right, so that one's a little time consuming, especially if you don't hit the apply like me. All right, so the next one. This one is a little bit less challenging. Okay, so let me go to close. Go to no. So we're gonna open up cover IPT. Open, cover. And then it says, extrude the sketches described in the following. In the positive X direction, extrude the sketch 10 millimeters. I'm gonna extrude this in the positive X direction. We're gonna go 10 millimeters, which it is. Add 10 degrees of draft so that the shape gets larger. So that means our taper is gonna be plus or positive. So it gets larger there. Hit apply. And then we're gonna extrude the sketch. I probably should have shared that sketch. I'm gonna share it. So now we can extrude that. Wait, I don't wanna, what just happened here? I don't want that. I wanna extrude it. Oh, I wanna extrude it down. And I want it to be 25. And it's going to have 5 degrees, so it gets smaller. So it's going to be -5, like so. That doesn't look right, does it? 25 millimeter. Oh, this is 25. Hello. All right. Okay, there we go. Hit OK there. And then it says, what is the mass of the part? So I'm going to go to File, Properties, Physical, Update. The mass is 0.303. 0.303. Next. Woo-hoo. Okay. Continue. Get out of this one here. I'm going to close this. Save changes. No. All right. So we're going to open up the barrel IPT. Open the barrel. All right. So it says place a through countersunk hole centered on the face labeled 1. All right. So I'm going to zoom in on this end here. So we're going to place a countersunk hole all the way through. So go to hole, countersunk, which is this one. Oh, counterbore. No, countersunk. We want this one. Countersunk. The countersink diameter is up here is 15. And then the angle is 90, which it is. The clearance diameter is 10. It's going to be this one. And it's going to go all the way through. I'm going to click on the surface and then click on the circle. That way it centers it. Then I'm going to hit OK. It's going to go all the way through. So that's step 1. And then it says place a simple drilled hole from edges 2 and 3. So I need to look at the front here. Ooh, rotate this around. Let's do it this way. All right, so a simple drilled hole from edges 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm going to go to hole. It's going to be simple, so we're going to click this none here. And the depth is going to be 0.5. It's not going to go all the way through if it has a depth. So I'm going to click this one. It's going to be 5. It's going to have a diameter of 2. The angle is drill point, so we're going to make sure we have the drill point is an angled drill point. So click the second one. And then from edge 2 is going to be 10 millimeters. So from this edge, I'm going to click to place my circle first. And then click this edge. And that's going to be 10. And then from the top is going to be, no, not 3 point. It's going to be 5. Like so. And then hit OK. So there's that one. And then it says place 2 counterbore holes concentric with the radius corner shown. So I want to go back to the other end now. Over here. And it says 2 counterbore holes concentric. So hole, counterbore, the counterbore depth is going to be the counterbore diameter 10. The counterbore depth is 2, so make sure that's 2. It's going to go all the way through, and yeah, so they're going to be concentric over here on the edges. So I'm going to go to click the surface, click the arc, click the surface, click the arc, and make sure we got all that. Clearance diameter is 5. Clearance diameter is 5. The counterbore diameter is 10. The depth is 2. The clearance diameter is 5, not 2. I don't know what I was thinking here. 5, like so. Diameter is 5. I think we're good there. Hit OK. All right, so now it says, what is the mass of the barrel? So let me erase this. Let's see if we got this right. The mass of the barrel, go to eye properties, physical. We're going to update it. The mass of the barrel is, the mass of the barrel, 3.978. 3.978. 3.978. 3.978. Yay, almost did it wrong. Almost typed in the wrong diameter there. I'm glad I double checked it. All right, so the next one, let me get rid of the sensor here. I'm gonna close out of this. Save changes, no. All right, we're gonna open up the, we're just gonna start a new part. We're not gonna open up jack squat. We're gonna start a new part, using the standard millimeters. So I'm gonna go to metric, standard millimeters here. We're gonna create a circular sketch with a 200 millimeter diameter. So I'm gonna start 2D sketch. I'm gonna click this axis here, make a circle. Center, circular sketch, 200 millimeter diameter. Extrude the circle, let me finish it. We're gonna extrude the circle 50 millimeters. And we're gonna add a negative taper. So taper, a negative taper of -10. We're gonna go to OK, and that says change the part material to stainless steel. So I'm gonna go up to this first space up here. I'm gonna look for stainless steel. And then it says, what is the mass of the part? So file, I properties, physical, update. The mass is 11.491. 11.491. Go to next. All right, we're moving along. All right, so the last one in this video series, let me go to file, close, save changes, no. We're gonna open up valve IPT, open valve. And then it says create a work plane that passes through the centers of the valves, blah, blah, blah. All right, so, and the flange mounting hole. All right, so what you wanna do on this one is, this one actually took me a while to figure out. So to create a work plane that passes through the centers of these two, what I want to do is I'm going to go up to, before I go to I looked on the work plane, right? And I looked in all these and none of them did what I want them to do. So there may be one, but the way that I did it is instead of creating a plane first, I'm going to create an axis, which is going to be a work axis. So I'm just going to click the center of the circle, click axis, click the center of this circle. Now those are both in line. So to show you what I did, I'm gonna click on this corner so now I can see these two yellow lines. I made that pass right through the center. Now I can create my plane. So I'm gonna plane, and I'm gonna choose the two coplanar edges option here. And just click these two axes. So there's my plane, there's that plane. And then it says, let me get rid of this. What is the angle between the XZ origin plane and the newly plane that we created? So I'm going to go to origin. I'm going to turn on the visibility of the XZ, which is this one. Right click, turn on the visibility. So now what I want to do is find the angle of these two axes here. So I am going to go to Tools, Measure. I'm going to click this axis, and that's going to tell me that that's angle is 45 degrees. So 45, click on the next. All right, we got through there. All right, so we got those, the second 10 in the set. So I'm gonna stop the video here and we will come back. We'll finish out the final 10 and we'll be good to go. All right, peace.